Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to Sunday Facial. I wasn't so sure if I was going to be able to get a video up this weekend, but it works out that I am able to. So today we're going to do a facial featuring Viktoria De Ann. So all the products that I'm mainly going to use today is going to be Viktoria De Ann. The only two products that I won't be using that isn't Viktoria De Ann is this Naturium BHA Liquid Exfoliant 2%. And I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking of either doing the Neova DNA Total Repair or the Photozyme. I'm thinking about leaning towards the Photozyme because this is more of a thinner consistency serum, and I think it would work beautifully with this because I am going to microchannel, and the Neova DNA Repair Enzyme Serum, what is it called again? Total Repair. This does have camphor in it. However, I don't have any issues with it. You do kind of feel a tingliness with this, but I think since I'm microchanneling, the Photozyme will be better. I mean, I could go in with their DNA Repair Advanced HA, but I'm going to use the Viktoria De Ann HA packets today, and these are made from sodium hyaluronate, not hyaluronic acid, and I would prefer to use these on my skin than that hyaluronic acid serum. So we're gonna improvise. Besides, I have to use this up. This is, I used this has been, I think I've had this for well over 6 months, and I probably should start using this so I can get rid of it and I don't waste it. So what I did last night for my skincare is I came home, I cleansed my skin, and I threw this on, and then I just threw the Misama probiotic moisturizer with a little bit of facial oil over my skin. And that was my skincare last night because we went to Napa yesterday, spent the day with my friends, and we did some wine tasting. We had some really yummy, good food. So I did have adult beverages, I had wine, and I had some salty food. So I'm puffy today. I'm not gonna really do much to relieve the puffiness. I'm just gonna rely on this treatment. But here where I live, we've had fire warnings pretty much all week because the air just went completely dry. It's like, I don't know, like 15% humidity. And when you go outside and you breathe, you can really, really feel it in your airway of how dry it is. And I've been noticing my skin seems not as quite hydrated as what it is normally, but I have been improvising by using the Prequil Multi-Quench Serum, which I love that hydration serum. There's no hyaluronic acid in it. And pairing it with the Green Orebos Probiotic Moisturizer. I am so in love with this moisturizer. I have been loving it. It's a great moisturizer, and I love what it's doing for my skin. I just received my backup order of my new Serum Light and my new moisturizer because I thought I had, when I last came on, I thought I only had a couple days, but I think I only have a couple of days left of this. But I've been using that morning and night as my moisturizer. I've been loving it. And then I got, when I was checking out, they offered this headband for like $4. So I got it because pink is my favorite color. So I'm like, oh, it's cute. I like the white one like this. So I picked this up too. All right. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and cleanse my skin. I'm going to go in with the Viktoria De Ann Purifying Cleanser, and I'm going to use my Skin Buddy on the cleansing mode, which is positive ions with gentle heat, and then there's red and white LED along with sonic massage. Now, I'm not using this to treat my skin for the LED. I just want the cleansing mode to help break up the dirt and the oil in my pores. Then I'm going to wait until my skin is fully dry, and I'll come back for this step. I'm going to apply the Naturium BHA 2% exfoliator on my face, and then on my neck and my chest, I'm going to apply the Lactic 5% Collagen Peel from Viktoria De Ann. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I do have large pores where the lactic acid is in here for a gentle exfoliation, and this is all about moisture and hydration when you're exfoliating your skin, which I think is going to be great for my neck and my chest. This is great on the face too if you don't have large pores, where the salicylic acid formula is great if you have larger pores, because salicylic acid is the exfoliating acid that can actually penetrate into the pores and help clean out the dirt, the oil, and the bacteria in there. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I wait for 10 minutes. So anytime I'm using an exfoliating toner like this or the Viktoria De Ann peel, and these are leave-on products, you do not rinse these off. You wait about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll go in with my chosen 3 peptides, which are going to be Procol, Elastin, and Peptide Repair. And we'll work those into the skin. And then once those are worked into the skin, I am going to go in and I'm going to microchannel the Viktoria De Ann Hyaluronic Peptide Serum in low. And I'm going to use my zip chip for the diminuage. Now with the diminuage, they have 4 chips. You have your daily chip, which is just a nice, gentle length to where it's great. You could use this one every day. And for those who have sensitive skin, then this would be like your every other day or 3 times a week. If you have sensitive skin, you probably want to avoid these 3 trips because these are more aggressive. These ones are focused on exfoliation and being a little bit more aggressive, where the daily chip is not aggressive. This is just mainly for product penetration, where the booster chip is the next level up. So this one, they recommend that you use 1 to 3 times a week, but I'll use it once a week. But I'm not using these daily. And the last time I did this was a couple weeks ago when I filmed the last Sunday facial. So these are for microchanneling. It is a silicone chip. And so we have the booster chip. And then the next step up from that is going to be the zip booster chip, which this one is definitely aggressive. And then the granddaddy that is really aggressive is the grand booster chip. Now with this company, as I've mentioned before, they were selling the pens on Amazon, but they're not selling the pens anymore. And right now, the only chips that I see on Amazon is a package for the daily and the booster chips with some of their serums. And their serum is a brightening serum. It has tranexamic acid in it, and that's what they recommend that you microchannel into the skin. Now they do have this for sale on their website. This is the Golden Luxe pen. So this one has 3 speeds and it is rechargeable. So you have a high speed, which is red. You have the green speed, which is medium. And then you have the blue one, which is low, where they have the silver pen that takes batteries. And I believe there's only 2 speeds on it. I have that pen too. So Diminuage sent me these like, I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And they sent it to me with the silver pen, which this one takes batteries and you just have 1 speed, I think. Yeah, 1 speed, which is like a low speed. And that's it. And I think mine's about gone. So this is my original one. And then I liked the idea of this and I like what I saw on my skin. So I purchased the Gold Luxe pen. Now, on their website, you can get these aggressive chips, which is the zip chip and the grand booster chip. If you have skin that is on the thinner side, these will be too much for you, and your skin will be really inflamed with using these. These are great for those who have more denser skin, more thicker skin. I would say medium to thick skin. Grand Booster is good for male skin, and so is the Zip Chip, but we're gonna use the Zip Chip today because my skin has gotten so much better with the density that I feel like I can really handle the zip chip, because when I used the Grand Booster chip last time, where normally it would give me some, stinging and some inflammation after using this, I didn't get that the last time. So I'm thinking I'm going to step it up with the zip chip and see where we go from there. And then after I penetrate this into my skin, I'm gonna go into the Viktoria De Ann Peptide Nano Mask. So this is a biocellulose sheet mask, and this one is special because this one is derived from natural nanofibers. They call it Peptide Nano. So the mask, it says contours skin perfectly with enhancing peptide delivery for noticeably firmer, more vibrant skin. So what makes this special is this takes 45 days for them to make, because once the sheet mask is made, it's fermented for 45 days. And these are pretty pricey. And I think you can buy these from JoElla Milan, just like the Peptide hyaluronic acid packets, but these are really expensive because these are professional only products. And Viktoria De Ann does not sell these to the public, by the way. They're for in treatment only, but however, we do know that someone out here does sell them. So what's special about these is that these actually have little fibers. And when you are using these masks, it's very important that you put them on the way it's suggested, because the side that's going to be touching your skin has those little fibers which reach down into the skin to help penetrate your peptides and the ingredients deeper into the skin. So when I put this on, I'm going to use my Sama LED light panel, and I'm just gonna do 9 minutes of consecutive red and near with this, or I can do the pulse light function, but I'm just gonna do consecutive LED for the 9 minutes. And then what I'm going to do for the rest of the time is that this comes packed full of a lot of serum. I'm going to put the serum in my Lemieux oxygen infuser, and I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to mist it on my skin. And then we're going to take the Pico toner with the infinity probes and just run them over the sheet mask for, I think we're probably going to do a 10-minute treatment. Just to penetrate the mask into the skin instead of me wearing the alligator clips and walking around the house. So we'll do that as a treatment. And then we'll finish off with our aftercare of, the rest of the products that we're going to put on, which for me is going to be the Viktoria De Ann Rejuvenator. I'm going to use the Photozyme DNA Repair, and then I have the Viktoria De Ann Collagen Gel, which is a light oil-free moisturizer, just, collagen, super hydrating. So for those who have oily skin, that's what you might like instead. And then I also have their day cream and their night cream here that we can try, which I've tried that in the past, and I would just say it's okay. It's not my favorite. I prefer the Isdin creams and the Misama moisturizer over that. Now, if you don't have the Viktoria De Ann Peptide Nano Mask or the hyaluronic acid packets, what you can do is, if you have the oxygen infuser, you can use the Oh My Glow activator and serum and put it in here and mist your face. And then you can use the Lemieux Face Glow Mask. So what's nice about the Face Glow Mask from Lemieux, this is almost comparable to the Viktoria De Ann sheet mask, but both of these you can use with LED and also microcurrent. So if you want the extra hydration and more for that glass skin glow, that's where I would bring in your Lemieux Oh My Glow and Oh My Glow activator and Oh My Glow serum. You can put some TGF booster in there, mist it onto your skin, pat it into the skin, and then put the Face Glow mask over your face. They have neck masks for this one too. Do your 10 minutes of your LED light therapy, and then go in with your microcurrent. This one, I can't remember how much serum is in here, But you don't need the serum. You can use some of your Oh My Glow serum and activator and use the Pico toner like we're going to do as well today, if you wanted to do that. So I just wanted to give you an alternative for that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash my face, and then I will come back and we'll start this facial. Now, I wanted to point out that I did receive my new Viktoria De Ann Peptides. So this order, I just ordered the Pepti Lift and the Pepti Tone. And by looking at the boxes, you know, they look exactly the same as the older boxes, but where you notice it is the ingredients right here are different. The bottles are the glass bottles. I heard that there's not going to be any more plastic bottles, which I'm so thankful for. But as you can see, it just looks exactly the same. So you can't tell. And then all new enhanced formulas of the Pepti Tone and the Pepti Lift started shipping out directly from Viktoria De Ann on August 26th. But I believe Pepti Lift and Tone were shipping out sooner because these were the first enhanced formulas. And that, along with the rejuvenators, and I believe Pepti Eye was reformulated too with enhanced Peptis, but I didn't see them go over that one, so I'm not so sure yet. But I know all the enhanced formulas started shipping out on August 26th, so you guys are probably already using these, and you just can't tell the difference from the bottles or the boxes unless you look at the ingredients. If you have the old boxes laying around, because their website has been updated with the new formulas. So that's it, and let's get into this facial, just so you know that this is probably going to be a long video, but I'm filming it so you can follow along if you'd like to, okay? See you in a bit. Okay, so I just got done cleansing my skin, and again, I used the Viktoria De Ann Purifying Cleanser, and then I did a 5-minute cleanse with the My Skin Buddy on the cleansing mode here. Now, for Viktoria De Ann products, since they are a professional line, the links that I have in Shop My Shelf, you cannot buy the products from those links because that's for the professional website. Where you can pick up Viktoria De Ann is from JoElla Milan. I will link her website down below, but you have to sign up for an account for her website and give her a call to be put in the Viktoria De Ann group in order to purchase these. Now, your initial setup, you have to do a consultation with her, and then once you're set up and you've spoken to her, and then you'll have a special, you'll go and log into your group on her website, and then you can buy the products from her website that way. Because that is the rules for Viktoria De Ann, because they want to keep this line as close to professional use and only being available through professionals versus every retailer out there. Okay, this line is really special in my opinion. I just love it so much. I've seen such a big difference in my skin with using their Peptides. They're the best peptides that were ever created. Now, you know, there is a process to applying them. So you have to wait 1 to 2 minutes in between your application, because these are signaling peptides. And what they do is they go into the skin and they work with your amino acids. They're bioactive, meaning that they work with your body and your skin and your own amino acids to get that message across. That's what makes these Peptides so special. A lot of people lately have been throwing around and misusing the term bioactive and bioavailable. Bioactive and bioavailable means it works with your skin and with your body, using ingredients that your skin and your body will recognize and utilize versus ingredients your skin or your body won't recognize. And that's why most peptide formulations, you don't see results on the long term. They stop working after about 2 to 3 weeks because your skin and your body, they don't recognize the formulation. Where the Viktoria De Ann's peptides are formulated to where your body will recognize. And that's why you have the individual Peptides for like one for Procol, elastin, one for tone for working on the fine lines and wrinkles. You have your Pepti Pad, your Correct HP, your Pepti Clear, which used to be formerly called Pepti Acne. You cannot cocktail these Peptides together. They don't work. If you do, you will not see results, because if you put too many of them on the skin at the same time, it confuses the body and your skin, and they won't recognize it and they won't utilize it. So I hope that makes sense. Gosh, I'm a little bit tired today, just so you guys know. Just been a hell of a week. So I'm gonna go in with the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant, and this does have glycerin in it, but I'm gonna leave it on the skin for about 15 minutes before I go in with my Peptides. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on the skin for 15 minutes before I go in with the Peptides, so it penetrates into the skin. So I just put it on a cotton round, and then I just go over my face with this. I really like to focus it on my forehead and on the areas where I have those large pores and I get congestion. But I will just put this all over my face because this is going to be my exfoliant today. So if you're using an acid toner or exfoliating acid serum, if you're using an absorbic acid, vitamin C, absorbic acid, you want to put these on before your Peptides, and you have to let that penetrate the skin for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes before you can go in with your Peptides, okay? So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so we're good there. So there's the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant. Now I'm gonna go in with the Viktoria De Ann lactic 5% collagen peel. So here it is, and this is like a serum, and you're going to apply it like a serum. Now, one thing I have to point out, which a lot of people don't know, is when you're going in with your exfoliating acids or like a peel, you must wait until your skin is fully dry and free of water. You do not want to apply these on damp or wet skin. So I'm going to take some of this. So this is kind of like there's a little bit of viscosity in this serum. And I'm just going to put this on my skin. Now this is going to be hydrating and moisturizing because we got the lactic acid at 5%, and then we also got the collagen added. So this is a really beautiful exfoliant. It's really gentle. I love it. And it's going to self-neutralize on the skin. So that's why you want to wait about 10 to 15 minutes before you go in with your Peptides. So great for the neck and the chest too, because it is gentle. Those of you with sensitive skin, dry, dehydrated skin, you will really, really like this. All right. So now that I have these on my skin, I am going to let them penetrate the skin for about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll start our Peptide application, and then we'll go into microchanneling and then the mask. So I will see you in a sec. Okay, so we're back, and my exfoliants have been on my skin for 15 minutes. So now let's go into our Peptide application. So I generally, when I do treatments like this, I just like to focus on 3 Peptides. You can use up to 5, but I wouldn't use any more than that. I see better results when I just pick 3. So my concerns, is aging. So I'm going to focus on my collagen and elastin, and then I love Peptide Repair because Peptide Repair helps with glycation. These will all help with fine lines and wrinkles, but Peptide Repair helps with the compromised barrier, sun damage, glycation, so that's why I'm adding it in. So I'm going to go with my thinnest first, which is going to be Peptide Elastin. So this is my new bottle of elastin, and it's still in the plastic bottle, but I ordered this at the beginning of August, I think. So I had a couple of backups. So I took 2 drops, and I think I just wasted some. And I'm just going to start working this into my skin. So this is still the old formulation. All the Peptides that I'm using today are the older formulation. They're not the enhanced formulation. Probably I'll have some of those maybe in November. I'm just working through my stash right now, and then I'll place an order for more. So you just want to put these all over, and you want to apply them thinnest to thickest. So in this one, it's going to be Elastin, Procol, and Repair. So I believe, I'm not sure about the new enhanced formula of Pepti Acne, which is now Pepti Clear. I'm not sure if that is still pretty on the thicker side, but from my experience, the thicker Peptis are Repair, Pad, and Pepti Hyaluronic. So the new Pepti Hyaluronic is going to be probably on the thicker side because they did add sodium hyaluronate to it to kind of mimic these HA packets, by the way. So again, so Pepti Elastin works on the recoil of the skin, giving it that rubber band effect. Then Pepti Procol helps strengthen. These are all going to strengthen my collagen and my elastin. And that's what Pepti Procol does, by the way. It strengthens your collagen. And both Pepti Elastin and Pepti Procol are also great for sun damage too, because loss of elasticity and collagen is also part of sun damage as well. And so when I apply these, I lean towards the 1 minute mark if my skin is freshly exfoliated. You can go 1 minute or until they're fully absorbed into the skin. When you have freshly exfoliated your skin, if your skin isn't freshly exfoliated, then you want to lean towards that 2 minute mark. And the reason again why you wait 1 to 2 minutes in between your applications is because you want that message to get down into the dermis, to get across to your body, to signal those amino acids to start working on the concerns that the peptides are focused on. I have to say, I've just really been loving the way my skin has been looking lately. Woohoo, I'm so happy with it. So this week I did, of course, my Sama LED light therapy masks. And I did the Medicube Booster Pro on AirShot on Wednesday night. And I haven't used any other device, but I did use my Osmosis Epic Skin Tool to penetrate my serums into my skin. So I didn't focus on microcurrent or anything else, just kind of lazy. I also started working out again this week. So I've been doing the block therapy. I've been doing my Peloton and going for walks on my lunch. We're finally, coming into some fall weather, so I can go for walks on my lunch now. So now I'm going to go in with Pepti Repair. So Pepti Repair is my favorite Pepti because this one just does so many things, but it's really, really good for treatments or when your barrier is compromised. It helps repair the skin. It's also great, like I said, if you have a lot of sun damage, if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, if you have glycation, I definitely think that you should add in Pepti Repair. You could do Pepti Lift, Tone, and Repair if you wanted to. And then, after 90 days, you can reassess your skin. And if you want to switch off Pepti Repair, maybe you want to switch it out with Pepti Elastin or Pepti Procol. But my base two are always going to be Pepti Lift and Tone. And then you can add another one to treat specific concerns. You can add 1 or 5, just depending on your skin and your concerns. And that's why it's recommended that you do a consultation to find which are the best Peptis for you and your skin, because these are not cheap. And you don't want to, you know, apply, you know, the ones that aren't right for you and your skin. But in all honesty, I just don't think you can go wrong with any of these. They're all amazing. Okay. They just had a recent webinar that I didn't watch. Maybe I'll watch it later, with treating UV damage. So I gotta watch that. And then I'll report back to you guys. Okay, so there's Peptide Repair. So while this is absorbing into my skin, I'm going to open up my Peptide, or not Peptide, but my hyaluronic peptide serum in low. And I'm going to squeeze out the full contents into a mask bowl because we are going to apply this to the face in sections with a mask brush. So it's just much easier just to apply it with a brush instead of your fingers. So there it is. All right, so I have my microchanneling pen all set up with the zip booster chip. So let's get into this. So I'm going to dip my brush in the Peptide, I keep calling this Peptide, the Viktoria De Ann HA packet, and I'm just going to apply it in sections. So I'm going to start off with this section. So I'm using all three, but just depending on your skin and the damage is whether you go for Peptide low. I'm going to use the medium speed on this, Peptide low or Peptide medium. So if you have really thin skin and a lot of damage and a compromised barrier, or even acne, rosacea, I would definitely microchannel in Peptide low. But if you don't have a lot of sun damage, rosacea, compromised barrier, then I would go in with Peptide, or not Peptide, keep doing that. Then I would go in with medium. But I'm using all three because this is a treatment. And I haven't used these for a while, so I'm just doing the full treatment so my skin can look really plump and juicy. Okay. So now, I always like to start out on my cheeks first when I'm microchanneling. And I'm going up and down in like a stamp pattern and then going horizontal. I believe that we're going to start seeing a lot more of these microchanneling pens become available with different chips now that the FDA is regulating microneedling at home. So these are going to become really, really popular in the US. These silicone chips especially. I like the silicone chips. They're more bioavailable for the skin versus the stainless steel chips or microchanneling with the stainless steel. It's like a plate that some of these use instead of the silicone. And what happens, what you have to be careful with the stainless steel microchanneling pens and the plates that they, or the chips is what I'm saying, is that if you have hyperpigmentation or melasma, it can trigger it. So the silicone, the skin recognizes better. I have a Dr. Pen M8 microneedling pen, and I used the Dr. Pen microchanneling tips and I didn't like it. They're the stainless steel. I much prefer these silicone chips. Okay. Now when you're applying this to the skin with the brush, you definitely go through it a lot more, I notice. And I am not going to microchannel this into my neck. It's too tedious. My focus is just my face. Okay. Now I'm going to do my forehead, and I'm going to turn this down to low because for the rest of my face, I am going to use the low speed because the skin is thinner here, and that zip chip can be pretty strong. But so far, I have to say, I'm not experiencing any sensitivity to this like I normally would, because my skin has definitely gotten thicker, more dense. So I'm building collagen and elastin, which is awesome. So yeah, I definitely feel this a lot more on my forehead than I do my cheeks. Now, with these hyaluronic acid packets, the high is meant to be used as a serum for you don't want to microchannel that into the skin. That's just for repair and soothing and calming the skin. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and do this. But medium and low, you want to penetrate into the skin. Now you can use medium low to microneedle into the skin. You can use them underneath a product penetration device. You can use them under LED light therapy. You can use them under microcurrent too. Okay, now let me do my eyes really quick. And the eyes I'm just going to do a stamping motion. Hold it for a few seconds. I'm going to get the side over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp in here. Okay, let's do the other eye. And then we'll just do the around the mouth and the chin and my upper lip area. When I'm stamping this, I can really feel it in this area. All right, so now let's do my chin and around my lip area. I believe I have run out of this low. That's crazy. What you doing over there, Misha? Let's see if I can squeeze a little bit more of this out on the brush. And then I gotta do right here underneath my jawline a bit. The one thing about doing microchanneling and microneedling and stuff when you use these small tips is that it does, you know, take some patience. If you don't have patience, then this wouldn't be the treatment for you. Because this is such a small little tip that it takes a little bit of time. And then also the patience. And that's why I don't do it on my neck, because I just don't have the patience for that. All right. So now we're done. And then what I just do is I just take the chip here and I just put it in here, and then I will put it in the trash. Now, since this is not, you know, creating channels in the skin for like microneedling to where it's actually puncturing the skin, this isn't a biohazard. So we can just put it in the regular trash. All right, so then now what I'm gonna do, that feels pretty good, is I am going to go in with the Peptide, the hyaluronic acid packet in medium weight. And I'm gonna apply this all over my skin. On top of that low. So this feels a little bit thicker in consistency than the low. The low is just like water, okay? And this one's just a little bit thicker. Now, I do feel that stinging on my skin now from using that zip chip. All right. Okay. So that feels pretty good. And I'm just gonna actually just take the remainder of this. I'm not gonna leave it open and use it during the week, and just flood it into my chest here. Really just work it in, because the chest isn't gonna get a mask. So, but we'll have this all covered for our LED treatment. All right. Trying to get it on my lips. Okay, so what's left over, I'm gonna put on my hands. These are great to use on your hands too, by the way, and penetrate them into the skin with like my Sama urchin, your My Skin Buddy, microcurrent, anything like that. Great hand treatment too. It helps rebuild the skin's natural hyaluronic acid. All right, so now that is done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Peptide Nano Mask, and I'm going to take my Lemieux O2 Oxygen Infuser, and I'm just going to cut the corner of the mask first here. And I'm going to empty the serum into my O2 infuser here. And I do it like this first, so there's less mess. So there's quite a bit of serum in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. So will we use all this serum? No. So with the Peptide Nano Mask, you don't have to use any modalities. You can just simply just put this on your skin, but it's recommended if you're not going to use any modalities to leave it on your skin for like at least 20 minutes, but you go all the way up to like 40 or 45 minutes, okay? So look at how much serum was in that mask. That is a lot of serum. All right, so now I'm gonna cut off the rest of the top of the Peptide Nano Mask. And I'm gonna show you how to apply it, then I'm gonna go off camera and do my Sama LED light panel. I believe on the panel it's 10 minutes. So I'm going to do the 10-minute treatment. So the side that you put down on your skin, touching your face skin, is actually going to be the side that's the paper side. So the plastic side is supposed to be on the top, okay? So I'm going to take off the paper side. And this does have a slight scent of rose to it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply this to my skin. Oops, I kind of messed it up here. Okay, and what I do is when I apply it, I like to keep the flap here folded because when I apply it to my skin, it's kind of difficult to remove the plastic sheet when I'm doing this to myself. So you just want to mold it to the skin. We do cut it. All right. So I am going to cut this so it lays pretty flat in areas, but this mask on me is big. But you'd rather it be big than it be too small, but it does fit on the lip area perfectly. Okay, so where I'm going to cut this is right here on my nose. So I'm going to take my scissors very gently and then just cut the side there so that the mask can lay flat in that area and get my under eyes treated and my nose treated too. Okay. All right. So we're all masked up. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do my panel for 10 minutes and then I'll be back and we'll do some microcurrent. But before I do my panel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my O2 infuser and I'm just going to mist this serum on my chest. So we get those yummy ingredients in there too, and on my neck. So you could do this mid-treatment, and it's just a nice way to rehydrate that mask, like if you're doing LED or you're doing microcurrent, that it keeps it nice and moist, because when you start applying the modalities, the serums will penetrate into the skin really, really fast. All right, so I'm gonna do my LED light therapy and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, we're back. I just completed my 10 minutes of my consecutive red and near or static red and near LED light on my Mysama pulsed LED 40 light panel. See, that's what's nice about having the panel is for treatments like this, is where, you know, the mask, you don't, when you put the LED light masks over these sheet masks, sometimes they start to slip and fall, where the panel, you can just sit in front of it, or if you're laying down, you can just hold the panel over your skin. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and rehydrate this. So I may leave that on. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Pico toner with the Infinity probes. So we're just going to focus on product penetration here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my Pico toner. Now, if you have the Neurotris and J-Man Special Edition, you're going to use P2. For this one, we're going to use P1 on the Pico toner, and you're going to hold your negative probe. And then you want to just make sure that the hand that you're using for your negative probe here is free of any bracelets, jewelry, or watches. And then you're just going to take that probe and move it along the skin to penetrate everything into the skin. Now you can simply just put on your alligator clips and you can just, you know, use those and lay back and relax. But I need this to penetrate into the skin fast because I'm running short on time and I have to wrap this up. So we're just going to use this to penetrate these products into the skin. So let me actually turn this up. I turned mine up to 25%, but now I'm going in with 30%. So the Pico toner for product penetration is so good. This is actually an excellent product penetration device. This is way better than the Medicube Booster Pro by chance. And this is great to use with the Infinity probes. Okay. So since this really mists out in such a fine mist, the skin does absorb it pretty fast. But this way, that serum doesn't go to waste and you can utilize it all over. I'll just turn that off while we do the neck. And then, so I'm just gonna come up over here in the neck and then just start working the serum into the skin. Okay, now I'm gonna turn that back on. And I'm just gonna start going over the sheet mask. Start penetrating it into the skin. So my plan here, going forward in the future, is to create shorter videos for you guys, because I realize not all of you have a lot of time to watch my long videos, and then just save these long videos for treatments like this for anybody who wants to follow along, because I think it's really helpful to follow along with these treatments and to see them, you know, pretty much in real time versus me just doing one side of my face and then, you know, you guys not really seeing everything in full action. So I'm going to be working on that. So I'm going to do a couple more long videos, and that's probably going to be my collection videos. That will be like my entire skincare collection. And then we'll go from there working on the new content. So if you don't have a oxygen infuser like the Lemieux O2 oxygen infuser, you can simply just take a mask brush and put the serum from the mask in a mask bowl, and then you can just apply it in sections over the mask instead of using something like that. I just picked that up just so it's another way to show you guys how to use it. Any of your sheet masks that don't have too thick of a serum in them can be put into your oxygen infusers, and you can use them for things like this to rehydrate your sheet mask, to use in treatments. Okay, how much time have we done here now? Okay, we just have a few, like another minute or so. So I'm gonna treat my mouth and lip area. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Work all those beautiful ingredients in those lips too. They'll be nice and plump and juicy. I'm actually gonna put the mask up there a little bit and work that in there, around there. So I chose P1 Lift and Tone versus P2 on the Pico toner because it's stronger than the P2. And if we were just going to do this on, do product penetration on bare skin, I actually love P2 for that. But since we're using this over a sheet mask, I find that P1 on the Pico toner or the Jane Man Special Edition works really, really nicely. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just get up underneath my jaw because I missed this area. Still have so much of that serum left. You don't have to go in any particular order when you're using this for product penetration. I mean, you can do lymphatic drainage with this if you wanted to, but I don't have a lot of time to really focus on that right now, so I am just going over and just mainly worrying about penetrating the ingredients of this mask into my skin. Oops, got a little sticky there. I'm just gonna go around this area like this, where the mask is. Okay, so how long did we go for here? Oh, we almost went for 10 minutes. So we did 9 minutes there. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take off the sheet mask, just like this. And do you see how nice and calm my skin is? It's so hydrated. Yay, so hydrated. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Viktoria De Ann eye serum. And I'm just going to put this around my eyes. And then I'll work it in with my finger. I'm not really a fan of the roller balls on eye serums. For me personally, yeah, it does feel cooling, but I just feel like I don't get as even of an application. So that was probably too much. So I'm just gonna put this all around my eyes. I love the way this smells. It has white tea extract in it, so you have that natural tea fragrance to it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Photozyme DNA Youth Recovery, and I'm gonna take 2 pumps at first, and I'm going to work this into my face skin. I took another 2 pumps and I'm applying it to my neck and my chest. This feels a little bit stingy. So So since I used that zip microchanneling tip, it is a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to go in with the Viktoria De Ann Rejuvenator in Mild today because I am feeling some stinging from that. So what I'll do is that's going to be my next product. So I'm going to go in with my Mild Rejuvenator here. I was thinking Ultra, but I don't think I can do that nice cinnamide spiciness that one's going to give my skin. So I'm just taking a couple pumps. Now, the Rejuvenators are an alternative to vitamin A, retinol, and all that good stuff, retinoids, and they have a high concentration of niacinamide in them, and then they have rejuvenating peptides in them to help. They do similar effects as what a retinoid would do in the skin. It helps with cellular turnover and aging concerns. So the niacinamide, what it does is it's going to increase the circulation of the skin and feed the skin nutrients. Okay, that is a little bit tingly. I didn't think I was going to feel that as much today. All right, so my next product that I'm going to put on now is actually going to be the hyaluronic acid packet in High. I like to apply this over the Rejuvenator, but you can apply it under it. This is going to be the thickest one. This is like a gel serum. And this is going to be really cooling on the skin, but it's also very repairing and very hydrating. Okay. I love this. Something smells like vinegar. It might be that Peptide hyaluronic packet because the peptides can sometimes have vinegar scent to them, and that's completely normal, by the way. I remember when I very first started using Viktoria De Ann over a year ago. I'm going to just go for it and just lather this on my skin. When I started using these over a year ago, my first Peptide Elastin I got, it was like a brown in color and it smelled like vinegar, and that's completely normal because sometimes the peptides can, turn a little brown. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just that formula. And then they can also have a vinegar scent to them, just so you guys know. All right, so I have that all applied to my skin. So my last product that I'm going to apply is going to be my moisturizer. So, I mean, just depending on your skin, you might not feel that you need a moisturizer after you apply that. If you have the oily skin, you can go in with the collagen gel. Some people will put this on and then put the moisturizer on. But I'm going to go in with the Viktoria De Ann Nighttime Moisturizer. And we're going to apply this for my moisturizer this evening. So take some out. This is a fragrance-free moisturizer, but my goal is to really lock in all this hydration. Now, I probably applied too much. It never gets this soaping appearance on me, and that means I applied too much. But I did just like slather my face in that hyaluronic acid packet. All right. So I'm just going to let this absorb into my skin for a few minutes, and I'm just going to put everything away. And then I'm going to come back and show you what my skin looks like after it's calmed down from me applying all these products, because my skin is reactive to touch. So it turns really red. So let me do that. Gosh, it just looks so good. I love this facial. It is such a great facial. And it's a great facial for this time of year, fall, winter, when it's cold and dry out. It just totally plumps up your skin, makes it look really nice and juicy, glowy, like glass skin. And it's also anti-aging too, because all these ingredients are going to work on your aging concerns, fine lines and wrinkles, sun damage, glycation, firming and lifting the skin. So it's not just about hydration and moisture, it's about all these yummy bioactive ingredients getting into that skin to target your aging concerns. All right, so I will be back in a sec. Okay, everyone, so I'm back. It's been about 5 minutes since I applied the products to my skin, the finishing products, but here's my skin after. It looks so good. I am still a little bit pink, and that's completely normal for my skin. So my last step is I'm gonna go in with my Naturium Phytoglow Lip Mask. My lips actually got really nice and plump from that treatment too. So going over my lips with those products and with the Pico toner on P1 Lift and Tone really did make my lips look nice and plump and juicy. So I love the Naturium Phytoglow Lip Mask, especially like right now. You can use this anytime. It just doesn't have to be at night. If you're suffering from really dry, cracked lips, I would definitely recommend this. It's pretty affordable. It's got like a slight hint of vanilla to it, but it's so moisturizing on the lips. It feels so good. So this is a great treatment. It's affordable. It lasts for a very, very long time. I highly recommend it. I also love their Phytoglow lip balms too that come in the tube. Those you can get in clear and several different colors. They just have a new limited release for those. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed this treatment. If you do this treatment at home, please let me know in the comments of how much you like it and how your skin turned out. I know my skin is gonna look so amazing tomorrow morning. And also when you do this treatment, I would recommend doing it at a time to where you don't have to wash your skin or your face for about 8 to 12 hours. When I do these treatments that I demonstrate here on the channel, I like to let these products set on my skin for a good 8 to 12 hours, and I don't want sunblock or makeup, blocking the products and the repair process of my skin. So I prefer to do them in the evening when I don't have anything planned. So I did pick up some new makeup. I'm gonna put a picture of it right here. I picked up the new Roxa palette from Natasha Denona. It's a purple palette. I am super excited. I love purple eyeshadow. So that's coming. That's going to be here tomorrow, which is Monday. So I'll have to play with that. So I'm off on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to try to put up a couple of videos of my entire collection of makeup and my skincare and my hair care collections. And then we'll get to business on maybe doing some Black Friday recommendations. But I figured with those videos, you can see like what's in my collection, what I love and what I don't love, which will help you with your Black Friday video, Black Friday wish list versus me just jumping on and doing a Black Friday sale, because I'm not going to go into depth of all the companies that are having Black Friday sales. Because I'm not going to be like, I don't want to create fear of missing out for those who can't afford to spend money on things. I'm also thinking about testing out some, budget-friendly skincare. The thing is like, I don't usually find a lot of budget-friendly products that I like from the drugstore, but I wouldn't mind giving the Prequel Lucent Vitamin C serum a try, the Naturium Vitamin C, and maybe the Naturium Retinaldehyde. Now, as far as moisturizers go for like being budget friendly, it's so hard for me to find something, but I'm just going to do some research and see what I can come up with. But so far, I'd have to say my two favorite brands for at the drugstore that are budget friendly are Prequel and Naturium. They make pretty great effective products for a budget friendly routine. But I'm going to do some more research because I know there's a lot of people who are out of work. The holidays are coming up. Some people aren't doing so well financially. So I want to really deep dive into finding you really good, effective actives for a budget, okay? So I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hope that your week is off to a great start tomorrow, and I just love you guys so much. Thank you for all your love and support. Mwah.